You felt it too, haven't you? That strange stillness in the air. Like the universe itself is pausing to listen, to see what you'll do next. Because someone is dreaming of a life with you. Quietly. Secretly. Almost desperately. But they are not ready. Not because they don't love you, but because something sacred within them is still breaking open. The angels say, he sees you as a chapter he was never prepared to read, but cannot stop rereading. You are not placed in his life by chance. You, dear soul, are a soul contract. A divine intermission in his earthly logic. He was not looking for love, but you appeared. And in that moment, the world he knew began to unravel. Now he can't go back. You see, when heaven chooses a moment, it doesn't ask for permission. And your presence carries that kind of gravity. Not just beauty. Not just light. But ancient recognition. Something his soul remembers, but his mind can't name. He imagines waking up beside you. Not in fantasy. In need. He imagines your voice in the quiet hours, your presence in the kitchen, your hand in the dark. But before he can move forward, he has to unchain something. Something he buried. The angels show him a mirror. And in it, he sees the life he could have with you. It terrifies him. Because he knows that to step into that future, he must leave behind everything he used to call safe. He wasn't taught how to handle this kind of love. The kind that undresses you without a touch. That asks nothing but reveals everything. The kind that calls his soul out of hiding. That's why he stalls. That's why he hesitates. But heaven doesn't forget who it brings together. And this delay is not a denial. It's preparation. For what is born of spirit is not rushed. It is refined. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah 29 verse 11. He doesn't know how to tell you what he carries. Not because he doesn't want to, but because the words would betray the weight of it. His silence isn't rejection, it's armor. Years of it. Rusted, thick, learned. The angels whisper, he's afraid you'll see the wounds and love him less. He doesn't know yet that your love sees through. There are corners of his heart he never let anyone touch. Rooms closed for decades. Not from cruelty, but from fear. Fear that if he opened them, everything would fall apart. Fear that the boy he once was, forgotten, aching, left alone, would rise up again and ruin everything. You stir those rooms. And he doesn't know how to thank you for that. He doesn't know how to allow it, either. What you awakened in him is both sacred and haunting. It's the first time he's felt safe enough to even want to feel. But that desire alone doesn't remove the terror. You see, it's not you he doubts. It's the part of him that still believes he's unworthy. That still hears the voice of someone long gone saying he'll never be chosen for real. That love like this is too fragile for someone like him. And so, he builds distance like it's a habit. Not as punishment, but as protection. But you are not asking for perfection. The angels know that. You are asking for presence. For honesty. For the courage to stay when it's hard. And that's exactly what he's learning now. Slowly, in silence, in small invisible prayers. He is unraveling. Not because of pain, but because of grace. And that is the most frightening thing of all. Don't dim your light waiting for someone else to see it. Even if he's on the way. Even if his soul is whispering your name in the dark. Even if the angels are guiding his every step toward you. You, beloved soul, must keep shining. The angels say, do not pause your becoming for anyone. Love will meet you mid-flight, not mid-fall. There is a tenderness in you that bends toward healing. Toward nurturing. You have spent lifetimes learning how to hold others when they're breaking. But who holds you? You are not here to save anyone from their darkness at the cost of your dawn. You are here to become, to rise, to rest, to glow from the inside. Yes, he is in process. Yes, his heart is slow to open. But that does not mean you must wait in the hallway of maybe. Your life is not on pause. Your joy is not postponed. Let your hair catch the wind. Let laughter echo from your chest. Let desire move through you like music. You are not being asked to rescue anyone. You are being asked to stay rooted in yourself. Because that's the version of you he fell for, the one who doesn't shrink. The one who says yes to life even when love is uncertain. He needs time. That's okay. But you need nourishment. That's sacred. So let your mornings be slow and sacred. Let your body be honored. Let your spirit be filled. For when he finally arrives, not confused, not half there, but present, you'll meet him whole. And he will recognize you not as someone who waited in silence, but as the woman who loved herself into radiance. You didn't mean to become his mirror. You simply loved from a place so honest, so raw, that it reflected everything he'd spent years hiding from himself. And now, he can't unsee it. The angels say, you became the moment his soul met itself, and trembled. There's a reason he feels both drawn to you and undone by you. Your presence is a quiet revolution. You don't demand change. You invite it with your truth. And that's more disarming than any pressure could be. He sees your strength and remembers where he betrayed his own. He feels your tenderness and notices where he shut his heart. He watches how you trust life even after pain, and realizes how long he's lived in defense. You didn't cause his discomfort. You revealed it. And now, every time he tries to look away, he sees more of what he's been avoiding. This isn't just about falling in love. This is about embracing the truth. And that scares him more than any feeling ever has. The reason he hesitates isn't that you're too much. It's because your love is the kind that calls the soul to awaken, to heal, to soften, to shed. And he doesn't know if he's ready for that. But still, he keeps looking. Still, he returns. Because no matter how painful it is to see himself through your eyes, it also frees him. He is starting to realize, you didn't break his heart. You opened it. And there's no going back from that kind of sacred rupture. Something inside him is stirring. It's subtle, like the first breath before a cry. Like the way light shifts before dawn. But it's real. And the angels are leaning in now, watching as his soul starts to remember itself. They whisper, he doesn't even understand why. But he's seeing the world differently now. Because of you. He's beginning to feel things he thought were long buried. Moments move him. Silence carries weight. Your name, once just a thought he could easily dismiss, now resonates with meaning. He notices how the world softens when he thinks of you. This isn't a loud awakening. It doesn't crash through his life like thunder. No. It arrives like grace. Quiet. Unrelenting. Certain. He finds himself wondering about your day. Imagining your voice in the morning. Dreaming, not of desire but of peace, with you in it. And it confuses him, because he never felt safe enough to dream like that before. The man who once feared depth is now craving it. The angels reveal that this transformation is not of his own making. It's divine timing. Your presence activated something ancient within him. A knowing. A longing. A clarity that terrifies and heals all at once. He's shedding the old scripts. The roles he thought he had to play. The ideas of what love should be. And in their place, he's beginning to feel what love actually is. He may not speak it yet. He may not even admit it to himself. But the awakening has begun. And once a soul begins to stir, there is no sleep deep enough to undo the call. He comes close, then pulls away. Again. Again. And again. You start to wonder if it's your fault. If maybe your light was too bright, your love too deep, your presence too much. The angels stop you there. No, beloved. He retreats not because of you, but because of what awakens within him when he's near you. It's not rejection. It's recognition. Every time he steps into your energy, He feels a truth he cannot unfeel, a calling he isn't ready to answer. And so he runs. Not from you, but from the version of himself you are calling into existence. There is a rhythm to healing, a sacred back and forth. The soul needs space to process what the heart cannot yet name. And this is what he is caught inside of, a dance of desire and defense. You are the sanctuary and the storm. He wants to stay. God, how he wants to stay. But staying means surrendering. And surrender means letting go of the walls he built to survive. It means risking everything safe for something real. He fears that. But the cycle isn't proof of failure. It's proof of movement. Even tides return. He will come back, not because you chase, but because the love you hold is the only thing that ever felt like home. And when he does return, something will be different. Not all at once, but enough to show you the retreat wasn't in vain. The cycle had purpose. The distance taught him what presence never could. You are not a detour in his life. You are the sacred tension that is slowly breaking the pattern. Let the angels hold your heart through the rhythm. They know exactly where this is going. There are parts of him healing now, and he doesn't even know why. Wounds that once echoed with fear are now quieting. Shadows that haunted his sleep are beginning to dissolve. And the reason isn't logic. It's you. The angels whisper, your love moved through him like balm. Not loud. Not forceful. Just present. You didn't demand he change. You didn't beg him to open up. You simply stayed rooted in truth, and that was enough. Enough for something deep within him to exhale. For something broken to trust, maybe for the first time. This is the kind of healing that doesn't need words. That doesn't need fixing. It just needs a witness. And that's what you've been, the one who saw his soul even when he was hiding behind old pain. He has felt it in the silence between your words. In the stillness between your meetings. A steady warmth, like sunlight streaming through closed curtains. Quiet. Safe. Alive. It's not about being perfect. It's not about never wavering. It's the way you remained soft in a world that teaches hardness. The way your presence made his chaos feel held. That is medicine. He may not have told you this yet. He may never know how to explain it. But he is different now. Not because you changed him, but because your love reminded him of what he always was. Worthy. Seen. Whole. And even if he turns away sometimes, his soul remembers. It remembers you. It remembers the light that entered without force. And stayed. Love, when offered without condition, does more than touch. It transforms. This isn't random. This ache. This longing. This connection that won't let go, no matter how much you try to reason it away. It's written. Not in ink, but in eternity. The angels lean close now. There is a divine architecture behind every delay, every silence, every return. You see fragments. Heaven sees the whole. And right now, they are asking you to trust what cannot yet be explained. He is being guided. You are being protected. And every obstacle, though painful, is sacred choreography. There is a timing for all things. A sequence even the stars follow. And love, when it is sacred, is no exception. You weren't brought to this man to fill a void. You were brought to awaken something ancient in both of you. Something that demands shedding, remembering, becoming. The journey isn't linear. Some days he feels close, while other days he feels unreachable. But beneath all movement, there is stillness, a divine current pulling you both forward. The angels are aligning things behind the veil, softening his heart, strengthening yours, creating space for truth to rise when fear settles in. You are not forgotten. This is not a delay. It is preparation. And in this sacred meantime, trust this. What is yours will always find its way. Not through force, but through divine return. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and he delighteth in his way. Psalm 37 verse 23, he wants to love you. But wanting and knowing how are different oceans, and he's still learning how to swim. The angels whisper gently, his heart is not closed. It's scared. And scared hearts speak in silence. He has built his life on control, on knowing, predicting, staying ahead of pain. But love, the kind you bring, is wild. It doesn't fit inside plans. It breaks open the safe places. It erases distance. And you, unknowingly, have become the soft place he never thought he'd need. This terrifies him. Because if he lets go, if he falls into you, what happens to the parts of him still unhealed? Who will catch him if he can't hold it all together? Who stays when the strong facade collapses? He doesn't know yet that you're not here to fix him, only to see him. And that is more intimate than any touch. He aches for closeness. But every step toward you feels like peeling away layers he spent years building. Pride, performance, proof that he could do it alone. But your love doesn't demand performance. It invites presence. And slowly, he's beginning to feel that difference. He may flinch. He may test. He may push you away to see if you'll come back. It's not cruelty. It's the fear of not being enough when all masks are off. And yet, he keeps coming back. Because your love isn't a reflection of the person he pretends to be. It's a reflection of who he truly is. And deep down, there's something sacred within him that longs to be seen in that light. Even if it breaks him first. Some loves aren't meant to be chased. They're meant to be remembered by the soul and received when the timing is right. The angels say, let go, not because it's over, but because love flows more freely when hands are open. You've carried this connection with such grace. Through the waiting, through the silence, through the ache of uncertainty. And still, your heart remained soft. That, beloved, is divine strength. It's time now to trust. Not in him. Not in outcomes. But in the plan written for you long before this life began. A plan that knows how to bring back what's truly yours, and bless you when it doesn't. Because what's real never leaves. He may still need time. He may still need to fall, to wander, to lose himself before he can truly return. But none of that is your responsibility to manage. Your path is forward. Lit with grace. Held in faith. And when your paths are meant to meet again, they will, without force, without fear, without question. The angels want you to remember, your love was never wasted. It was witnessed. It was sacred. It was part of someone's awakening. And most of all, it was real. Now breathe. Because something new begins today, not out there, but within you. A deep knowing. A quiet peace. A sacred unfolding. Be still, and know that I am God. Psalm 46 verse 10.